Hello again, welcome. Today we're going to do pita breads. Again, this is a recipe that I'm using the bread flour from. So if you've seen me make the bread flour, I'm going to do the same again now. I'm going to make it from the basic ingredients. But if you can use the bread flour, which is available on the website, as well as using the Panda Flour for this. When I talk about bread flour, I mean it's Panda Flour with the self-raising agent or with raising agents in them. So I'm going to put that together. So this will make 4 pita breads, 4 decent sized pita breads, 100 grams of Panda Flour. Again, I'm using version 2 here, but the same recipe applies for both. So there you go, 100 grams of Panda Flour. To that, and to make the bread flour, we're going to add 14 grams of yeast. There you go. 8 grams of bicarbs. Be careful with the bicarbs, it's denser than most powders. And some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan and it'll be 4 grams going in there. There you go. Right, okay, so there's the bread flour. That's essentially, if you ever buy a bag of bread flour, that's what it's got in it, but you can obviously make it at home using Panda Flour and your other ingredients that you probably have anyway at home. Okay, so nothing more needed to be done with that. Okay, the liquids. The 2 cold liquids first. So 120 grams of yogurt. Low fat natural yogurt works best. Yes, it will work with other yogurts or sour cream. You just tend to get a better rise out of low fat. Okay, 1 medium egg. Give them a quick mix. And 125 boiling water, just boiled. So this has just been boiled. It's well over 90 degrees still. 125. Okay. Tip the wet into the dry. Bring it together. Obviously, if you wanted to season or flavour your pita breads, then add the herb, or whether if you want garlic and herb flavours. So add whatever dry seasoning you want into the flour mix before you add the liquids, and they'll be dispersed nice and evenly. Okay, you can see it's easily and quickly soaked up all of the liquid. So just bring it together by hand, just kneading it. It literally will only take a minute, 2 at the max, just to sort of come together as a soft dough. There we go. I mean, that came together really easily. I'm going to let that rest for just a couple of minutes. It'll enable me to roll it out a little bit easier. So just let the again, it's the psyllium that's the active ingredient. That's the bit that's going to give the stretch. So just allow just a few minutes, 5-10 minutes max, to allow the psyllium to really do its thing, soak up the liquids, essentially turn into that gel that we want inside to allow the rolling out, and we'll come and roll them out. Okay, how quick and easy was that? I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, rested for a couple of minutes. I've made myself a coffee, so I'm good to go. So divide this up into 4. This one weighs 414 grams. So, I mean, literally just over 100 grams per dough ball. You can make smaller ones. You could make these, little sort of 100 grams. You can make these sort of like, 80 grams. You'll get 5 out of it. For little pocket pittas. So these, I'm going to get 2 per tray here. So they're going to be the full width of the tray, 2 laid side by side. So they're sort of a good. Imagine in the supermarkets, the pitta packets that are there. You generally get 2 sizes. You get the packet of 6, which are the small ones, and packets of 4, which are more your doner kebab style size. So that's what these are, but you can make them whatever you want. Macros for the 4, they will work out to be 3 grams of carbs per pitta bread, 3.3 to be exact. Obviously, like anything with Panda, it's very high in protein, so it's 15 grams of protein. Sorry, I'll say that again, fiber. Yes, it contains protein. We're at 4.7 grams of protein, but very high in fiber. Okay. So nice, tightly pack your dough ball. We're going to try and keep it shaped in these early rolls. Coating of flour on all sides. As you would if you were going to roll it out into a circle. So just to start with, but I'm just going to make sure the sides are staying together a little bit more. So we're going to get it into, and don't forget the flip and the rotate. And once we get a smallish circle, we can then push it out into a longer pitta. Now, here's a little trick to help you have an edge to get a knife into it. Go round the edge and just squeeze in the edge part of the dough, so you're making a bit of a lip. So we've got a bit of a lip all the way around the edge. So it's a little thicker here than it is here. And all that means is when it bakes, this will rise a little bit more, and you'll be able to pop a blade of a knife, tip of a knife into there, and slice it open. So, again, you'll be able to skip through the video, I'll timestamp it, but I'm going to stay and roll all 4 out in one go. So start with the circle. Roll, 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 flip and roll, roll, roll. Just so you can see how the edges are sort of trying to break away a little bit. Just bring them back together. It just helps for that bit, for that finishing, the finished product. Yeah, doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be a little bit smoother. Okay, and who's to say that you have to make a pitta bread that shape, because I've certainly not on this second one. It's a little bit rounder. Hello, Argi. Yeah, you can clearly see Argi. Currently the little one's distracted with a piece of tripe, dried tripe. There we go. So, number 2. Okay. Again, just try and push those sides in. Just helps you get a more accurate shape at the end. Tiny bit of flour. It doesn't need much. Obviously, the dough's warm. The dough's still warm. You're sort of pre-proving this while we're rolling it out. So we've activated the yeast nice and early. It's a very quick bake, fairly high temperature, so 220, 8 minutes. I've done these on air fry in the oven, and that works well. So if you've got an air fryer, you can regulate the temperature down to 220. Then you should be good to go. It's a bit thick there. I'm going to go that way. A little thick on that end. There we go. That's better. So let's get this warmed up. Bake. 220. 8 minutes. Okay, this one's going to need some serious shaping. Let's bring that in. All right. We can roll it out from there. There we go. Done. All before the oven's warm. Okay, so as soon as this is pinged, these are going to go in for 8 minutes, and I'll come back and show you as they come out. Okay? See you in a minute. Okay, just about to ping. It's a shame you can't see, because these bottom two, they've really puffed up. So there you go. We'll get them out quickly. You can see how much air is inside those there. Okay, it's exactly what you want. So, nice high heat, nice quick fan speed. They're beautifully golden. Same as those top ones. I could just see the bottom ones easier. But golden on both sides. They're still, obviously they're going to be hot, they're soft. The best time to allow them to sort of cool just for a couple of minutes and then slice them. So while they're still sort of slightly warm inside, but obviously if I can now, I'll just put that there. That'll do. So let's dig in. So again, the reason that I left the crust a little thicker is it'll allow you to get a knife in there to really open it up, and again, these are obviously super hot inside, but if I show that to that camera there, and you can see there. So there you go, little Panda Pitta Breads. They are absolutely perfect. I mean, look, it's a really good sized pita bread. I've got some spicy sausages cooking in the other Ninja at the moment, so I think that's what's going to be for breakfast right now. But yeah, see, now it's actually a little bit easier to handle. So get in there now. You'll be able to slice them when they're cold. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. They'll just tear open a little easier while they're warm. When you're doing it, try not to press in the middle. Don't push the dough back together again. So very gently hold the back of the pitta. And there you go, number 3, and then number 4. So cut through the crust first, and then just go back in and just work your way through the rest of the bread. There you go. Absolutely amazing. Right, there you go. I will be posting that recipe very, very soon, and you'll have this video to watch to make your own. Enjoy.